Okay guys, in this video we're going to be comparing the Emax Babyhawk-R to the Diatone GT-R90, and I got a lot of questions after I reviewed the Babyhawk-R as to which one of these two would be the quote-unquote the best micro drone, and I absolutely hate that question because it all depends on what's important to you. And I thought I'd make a little chart here that sort of outlines a few categories I think that one might be important to you, and then I can compare these two, and then you guys can decide, for yourself as to which one is the best for you. So we'll start off with the category of performance, and obviously with the bigger 1106 motors, the Babyhawk-R was going to win there. You know, they both have the same 2-inch props, but the 1104 motor, even at the same kV, even though it's lighter, just is not quite as strong of a performer as the Babyhawk-R. Now, granted, the GT-R90 is no slouch. It's definitely got performance, and I'm talking about 3S here, not 4S, so just keep that in mind, 3S only. And you know, the GT-R90 is definitely good in terms of performance. It's fast, but because of the bigger motor, the Babyhawk-R does edge it out just a little bit, so I'm going to give the check mark here for performance to the Babyhawk-R. Now, some of you guys are going to be more concerned about flight time versus speed. And that's a very important thing, and I actually consider that to be more important than performance for myself. And in that case, the GT-R90 definitely wins hands down on a 3S battery, the same 3S battery for both of these. I was consistently getting about 45 seconds up to a minute more flight time on the GT-R90 versus the Babyhawk-R, given the same type of flying style. So, you know, if you're looking for more flight time, definitely go with the GT-R90. Now, the flight time on the Babyhawk-R is going to be around 2 minutes. If you're a racer and you think that's good enough for you, then and you want the ultimate speed, then obviously flight time is not as important for you, so definitely choose the Babyhawk-R in that case. Okay, so the next category is the camera. And the camera on the both of these are actually CCD cameras, but the one on the Babyhawk-R is the Aero Micro. It's a pretty damn good camera. The one on the Diatone is like a generic knockoff of the Runcam Swift. And something else that's important to note is that while the quality is similar, the Foxeer is a little bit better. The camera that comes on the R90 only comes in PAL, and I believe the ones on the Babyhawk-R only come in NTSC. So if you're wondering about which camera to get, I prefer the Foxeer Aero Micro over the one that came on the GT-R90, so I give the check mark for camera to the Babyhawk-R. Okay, for the video transmitter, the clear winner here is going to be the GT-R90. It comes with a TBS Unify Pro. You can change your bands, channel, and power settings via smart audio and in the OSD. So if you're at a race and you need to change your channel quickly, the Diatone clearly beats the Emax here. The one button here on the video transmitter on the Babyhawk-R is, you know, changeable, but it is kind of a hassle and it's a little bit not that intuitive. So definitely the Diatone wins hands down for the video transmitter. Okay, for durability, definitely the Babyhawk-R wins here. Better frame construction, more protection for your electronics. I think that this is definitely going to be a winner for durability in the long run. Now, obviously it isn't perfect. There's still a few things that could be improved upon, and things still do break. But the problems on the Diatone here are going to be the basically the plastic cage that holds the flight control stack. That plastic on the original version here was basically too brittle, and in a hard crash you could break that cage and then you have to replace it. Now they did throw in a spare in the box, so that was kind of nice and important they did that. However, the plastic cage is too breakable, so they are coming out with a new formula for the cage where I think there's some sort of mix of TPU and nylon, or something that's going to be a little more flexible and not crack as easily, so that could be improved upon in the future. The bottom plates in both these are 3mm, so the bottom plates aren't going to break. I have heard reports of these little side plates breaking in a hard crash, so that's also kind of unfortunate. But I've crashed this quite a bit and haven't broken that one, but I have broken the plastic cage on the R90, so I think that for durability, if you crash a lot and you don't want to be repairing stuff, I would look at the Babyhawk-R. Okay, so this is a category called future-proof, and that could mean a lot of things, but for me, basically looking at the flight controller and the ESCs. They're both BLHeli ESCs, that's good, but the flight controller on the Diatone is an F4. It's going to give you a little bit more future-proofing in terms of future versions that Betaflight are going to come out, especially if there's going to be any new features that are going to be coming out, like the dynamic filter feature that came out on 3.2. We don't know what's going to come out on 3.3 or later versions. We just know that the F4 is going to be able to handle the additional features much better than the F3 that's on here on the Babyhawk-R. So for future-proofing, the Diatone is going to be the one you want to look for. Okay, so in the category of price, obviously the Babyhawk-R is cheaper. We're just going to look at the plug-and-play versions here without the receiver. It's going to be $150 for the Babyhawk-R, and the Diatone is going to be $169. So it's $149 versus $169. So it's $20 more for the Diatone, but then you're getting basically the cost. I think is going to be the TBS Unify Pro and also the newer flight controller. I think those are going to be the extra costs there. But you know, those are kind of a wash. If those aren't important to you, then obviously if you're looking for the cheapest, you know, absolute cheapest price, then obviously the Babyhawk-R is going to win there. But you know, you get a little bit more for the $20 for the Diatone. But you know, I guess it's kind of debatable as to which one is more important to you. But if you're just looking at pure dollars and cents, it's going to be the Babyhawk-R at $149. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. You know, these are the kind of categories that I think are important to look at when you're looking at microdrones, and to determine what's best for you, you got to kind of look at it in this sort of objective way, because not one thing is going to win in all categories. Obviously, you know, if you're going to go for a lower cost, you can probably compromise on components, etc. And this is kind of sort of analysis is going to be applicable to pretty much any kind of microdrone. So these just happen to be the ones that came out recently in the last couple of months. Come 2018, we're going to see a bunch more, so you're going to kind of want to look at those microdrones and in a side by side or in a sort of in a roundup as to what are the sort of the the categories that they win in and which ones that they sort of are lacking in, and that way you can determine for yourself what you like and then what's going to be best for you. And ultimately, that's all that matters, is what's going to be best for you, because what I like and what's best for me may not be what is best for you. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this a little side-by-side comparison. I hope it's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.